It's summertime! It's the one and only Lima giving you the inside look of KALIMA music, art, wisdom. I can't wait for I Am Kate. Meantime, in between time, Kendall is officially a supermodel. Kylie finds a way to constantly buzz while being extremely low-key. And Kim's pregnancy is upstaged by all three of them. Plus the VET fashion and lack thereof. And Stevie J and Jocelyn's big come-up.
Here we go!
So, have you guys felt like the Jenners seem to kind of put up this facade, like as if they're not really being real, like they're not being honest? Well, some of you may look at me like I'm stupid for even asking this. Of course, it's possible that they use their platform on the show to really express how they feel instead of doing interviews. That's one of the reasons why I'm so excited for I Am Kate, because I think we're going to see a more genuine human reaction to something that's so crazy that anybody wouldn't be able to handle privately, let alone in the big public eye. And then of course there's Rob, that's completely out of the picture, which last time we saw Chris was really distraught about and says that she cries almost every single night thinking about him. So it's like there's so many different aspects of drama. Don't just go to interviews and every single answer is we're very happy if he's happy. Your fans, the people that you say that you love, want to know what's really going on. How does it really feel to go through this? I can see right through the fakeness. And everyone's got to grieve in their own way, so I respect that. But these one-liner answers are just making you look more and more fake. Everything you say within a touch of a post button, the whole world is listening, the whole world is watching. What do you want them to know? Be honest. Sometimes vulnerability brings growth. Speaking of Rob and his non-existence, Kim failed to address him in her letter to herself in the year 2025 when North is 12 years old. If you fail to address your brother and your whole brand is about family, being really strong and always holding on to each other, how could you not address in your future what you want and what you wish for your brother? And he's your father's legacy. And more than likely, he's going through the same things that you do. She wished Chloe the gift of love and said that she hopes that she falls madly in love with the guy of her dreams. And I thought that that was very genuine. She's experiencing it. She's having kids, and that's something that Chloe always wanted. And let's be honest, Chloe seems like she would do motherhood really naturally and well. She hopes that Courtney is done having kids in the year 2025, which I think we all do, especially considering what happened with her and Scott. I mean, I don't think we're surprised. His storyline has always kind of been her being upset because he doesn't really know how to kind of settle down, which is what she really wants.
He can't say she didn't warn him. I think he knew what he was doing. I'm just surprised it took this long for him to get caught. In the last season, he wasn't too excited about the newest birth of their baby. It seems like he gave up just as much as she did.
And we all know that Courtney never seemed to really show any emotion when Scott did anything that kind of messed with her. And she still turned around and decided to have more kids because that's something she truly enjoys. And I think at the end of the day, she's very grateful for the gifts that they made together. And sometimes with a separation, it's like a weight lifted off your shoulders. For Kendall and Kylie, all she said is that I hope that you guys are doing whatever you want to do. That's not a wish for somebody. That's your younger sister. You just said North is a preteen, so be kind and, considerate and patient with her. But with your younger sisters who have just as big a platform as Justin Bieber, you hope that they are doing whatever they want? I don't know any 17-year-old or young 20-year-old who should be doing whatever they want. But Kylie's 17. She has a $2 million house. If I had $2 million to move out with next to my alleged boyfriend, how could a mother be so confident and so sure that she's really ready to be on her own, especially when she said, "I'm not so sure I'm ready to be on my own." The only reason why I could see Kris Jenner choosing to let her 17-year-old daughter move out of the nest is because she's trying to deal with the Caitlyn Jenner transition on her own too. 59 looks incredible on her. She wants to make the best of her new life as a single, divorced 59-year-old woman, and she can't do that with a 17-year-old down the hallway watching her new chocolate drop stop by late times in the night. You enjoy having friends around because your friends are basically your family. That's a whole nother story when you have all the money in the world that everybody wants to be your friend. I just would be a lot more concerned than saying, "I hope you're doing whatever you want to do." She doesn't know how to cook. She doesn't know how to do her own laundry. But now you have a whole house to yourself. Yanla, fix it, beloved. I love Kylie Jenner. God knows I am ready to see every Snapchat she posts, every photo. She's a beautiful girl. Kendall makes it very clear that she enjoys modeling life and she uses it as an outlet. The bigger sisters, the Kardashians, they're adults, so they have a completely different outtake on everything. But she's the youngest, and it's already been documented that she kind of distances herself when she doesn't feel comfortable with things. Allegedly, she's going out with Tyga. Being that she looks up to Khloe so much, dating French Montana, which Khloe could do so much better than French. Tyga is really at no different level. Who stuck with the guy that they were with at 17 years old? That's just a really young age to know exactly what you want in a mate, on average. Tyga's reputation is money, hoes, clothes, baby mama is a stripper, so what exactly are you attracted to in women? And then on top of that, you come out with a song. Definitely sounded as if it could totally fit Kylie with the lyrics. That you said a song about Kylie would be more special and classier. You are what you attract. So how would you know classy? Why would you disrespect her and make a song about you being with another woman in bed? Even if you can't admit to dating, don't put on for the rest of the world in degrading lyrics, because it just looks like you're playing games and trying to have your cake and eat it too. As a matter of fact, Tyga did an interview in the beginning of this year at the Breakfast Club, and in his interview he spoke about how much trouble the industry is and cruddy, and it makes sense to me why he enjoys Kylie as a friend. She's so disconnected from the world that he's used to. He didn't seem very happy in the interview at all. You can tell he was like traumatically betrayed. He spoke about the Drake diss and the truffle butter song that he actually did with Nicki, but was taken off the song during publication. He even spoke on having to pay to get out of the label millions. Why wouldn't someone who was down and out in their career find other ways to keep himself afloat? He said that he had other opportunities, like he was supposed to play the Muslim character in Empire, who Cookie was trying to approach for a record deal, but he said because he had ties with Cash Money and he wasn't officially let go, he wasn't able to take on the role. Everybody knows Kylie and Pia Mia are close friends, and Tyga's like, why not? More publicity for me. But at 17, who did an interview with Teen Vogue saying she hears the worst things people could say about her ever, every single day of her life? Who's there to really be a comfort, or who's there to say, okay, sure, I'll be a friend with benefits? So what about love and hip hop? Stevie J says that he got another opportunity making hits with Diddy and a new movie. First of all, I was actually really happy to hear that Stevie and Diddy were able to work some sort of collaboration out. I'm sure that Stevie's gonna knock out like some crazy hits. So he said he went to rehab. He feels like he's fully together. But anyone who's been to rehab knows that it's never about the destination, it's about the journey. We all make mistakes and we all fail sometimes, but there's no such thing as being perfect or fully together. Everyone's trying to make it, let alone an African American man. He deserves to reap the benefits of all his hard work over the years. But too much is given, much is expected. Even though I think all women deserve the best men that they could get and the most respectful ones, Jocelyn seems to be down for him and constantly sacrifice and forgive him. Sometimes these strippers can just be an investment for the wrong things. And what's worse, Jocelyn seems to know it. But because she wants the same thing, they're down for whatever. But at the end of the day, you can count all your money and be just as unhappy as Donald Trump. And Donald Sterling, by the way. Alright, now it's time for hot or It's the BET Awards. Let's start off with Ciara. So as you guys know, she bagged the Roberto Cavalli campaign. I was so happy about that. She of course has a body like a dancer and the height of a model and the face of an African goddess. Yes. It really shows that she went from thug to sophistication, honey. Even her man looks like a whole nother Future away from Future. But evidently and obviously, she didn't wear Roberto Cavalli on the red carpet at the BET Awards. She wore Wes Gordon, which was okay, but I was feeling her in them campaign ads. She could have worn any one of those and killed the red carpet. Let's talk about August Alsina's look, cause I loved it. So August actually designed his own look. The tight neck button-up look for men is trending. The shirt was in a high-low style. It was clearly a Middle Eastern or Indian inspired shirt, but I was on a high and I came down. The pants underneath didn't work, and the jacket kind of took away from the shirt. Also, why didn't Janet perform? We got so hyped by Sierra and Tinashe's performance, and then she came out and said a few words. But since she's been living in Dubai for so long, just her presence was enough for me. But I'm not gonna lie, she's made a comeback. At least do a little two-step, just a 30-second turn up. The Bad Boys reunion was so epic. Those classic songs had all the 90s babies turning up. It reminded me of when I fell in love with hip-hop. But what's up with Rihanna? Thinking it's okay to slap executive producer of BET with a stack of money? People thought it was a stunt for her new video, but it turned out she was turned down by him when asked to throw money in the crowd, which was the real stunt. Then she goes on stage and says she loves Smokey Robinson, whose acceptance speech was all about promoting love and humbleness and not letting fame and the celebrity platform make you become big-headed. Stephen Hill took to his Instagram and said, "We kissed and made up, but not sure how true that is." Rihanna's new success with her self-degrading video shows that she can have all the blessings in the world and still be miserable. Another person who proved to lack appreciation for BET at the awards was Nicki Minaj, who won an award but didn't know which one it was, so she just started to fake it and then just went ahead and asked which one it was. It was one of the biggest awards of the night. Some people get so used to their success and don't humble themselves. Like Smokey Robinson said. She said she was backstage, so she didn't know, which that shouldn't make you less present in a moment that most people dream about. I'm sure if it was the Grammys, she would have been a lot more aware. You guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more and follow KALIMA Music Art Wisdom or be lost.